Welcome to Johnson Bloodline Bullies, where we bring quality females. Now, in this video, I'm just going to talk to y'all about how I started in the bully game, what made me get into the bully game, and all the information that I feel like I should share with y'all, so y'all can know me better as not only a breeder, but as a father, as a family man, as a future husband. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so I started in the bully game with a blue and white female. Her name was Nova. Due to due to certain circumstances, I'm sorry, y'all. I lost my female. One day I was at work, and I guess my son left the window open or whatever the situation is, and she jumped out the window. She was never the dog to go too far, so I honestly feel like somebody took her from me. I'll make sure I post a picture of her. She was a nice female. So what I know today, she was a nice female to start off with. And lost her. So my next thing was, okay, I'm just gonna give me another. I looked for her, did everything. The posters, everything. Nothing came up. So I went and purchased me another female. And at the time I really didn't know too much about the game. I just know I like to breed a dog. So of course, like most, well, not of course, but like most people out nowadays that want bullies, they chase the color. So when I started off, I liked the Demuro. I went and purchased the Demuro female. Once again, if I didn't mention this, the first Nova, which is my blue and white female, when I purchased her, I paid about $2,000 for her. I didn't get no paperwork with her. I didn't know that you needed paperwork on dogs. When people said paperwork on dogs, I thought they was talking about vet or something like that. I didn't know that they was talking about lineages on a dog. I didn't know that it went that deep. Okay, I just know I like to breed a dog. So I purchased my Merle female, and once again with no paperwork, because I still was naive to the simple fact that you need paperwork on your dogs. Okay, if you want a nice quality female and actually want to do something with her. Now, if you only having a pet home only dog, that's okay. But if you're breeding your female, you want to make sure that you have paperwork on that female. So I purchased my second dog, which was a Merle female. I make sure I put a picture of her up here as well. And she didn't have no paperwork. And as I'm going through the process of trying to breed her, I'm reaching out to breeders that I like, that I feel like will make my dog a better version of a American Pocket Bully. I found this one breeder, and um, he really just told me what it was. He wasn't one of them breeders that want to gatekeep. He was very honest with me, told me the things I need to know. So I paid for the stuff. He did all of that. Uh, we talking. He asked me, "Did I have paperwork on the dog?" I'm like, "No, I don't got paperwork on the dog." Of course, he broke it down to me. I'm like, "I didn't know all of that." Naive, just trying to jump in the game because I like the dog breed, the breed of dog. Um, Before I even got introduced to American Pocket Bullies, I was always a pit bull guy. So they have some bully features, but they just more exaggerated, and I like that. So he began to tell me about the paperwork, about the flaws, and all of this. And what we came up with was that, well, what he told me about my dog, and I'm okay with taking constructive criticism. I'm not the type of guy that's like, oh, you're not going to tell me about this, because I like to learn. I like to know. So he told me that my dog got flaws. This is the flaw she has. She actually had two flaws. She had a high rear, and she had east to west feet. He was like, if you want to actually breed dogs, this is not something that you should go along with, because the possibility that your puppy's gonna come out with this, and it's not gonna be a quality dog, especially if you want to go far with this. If this is not something that you're just trying to do for some money, and we just got begin to talk. So I realized that I didn't have a quality female. So I began to do my research. And as I did my research, I had stumbled upon my two females that I have now. I had the two females, Shelby and Big Mama. I stumbled upon them, got both of them because they are nice dogs, especially for a foundation camp. If you just starting off breeding, they are nice dogs to start off with. Um, and when I had purchased them and I brought them home, my Merle female, and this is where I feel like, because I really didn't know exactly what a standard of American bullies was supposed to be, right? So I just knew that she looked like American bully, but not all the way, but she was nice. So I purchased her. So I purchased the two females, brought them home. When I brought them home, she went berserk. Uh, I, I put them outside first, let them meet outside. She was kind of okay with that. When we came inside the house, that's when she just started going crazy. I tried to put her up, and she just started going crazy. She's trying to break out the cage. She's doing all of this pit bull activity, right? So 3 days go by. She's barking all the time. She was calm. She was cool. I take out the public. You know, here in Atlanta, we had the belt line. Took her to the belt line. We walked down the belt line. She see other dogs. She's okay with it. So I thought she was gonna be okay with, you know, two additional females being brought to the camp. But some dogs are just territorial, especially when they not, when they don't have good temperament. That's what I just say. Temperament is everything, right? Especially when it comes down to the breed, because you don't want to put a bad narrative about the breed out there, right? So hopefully all our breeders will be breeding for good temperament. So a couple days go by, and I guess she just had enough of not be able to get to them. When I say get to them, I mean attack them. And I just took. So what I was doing was I was taking them out first because they had great temperament. I was taking them out first, and I'd come and take her out. And in the midst of me taking her out, one time I took her out when I was trying to put her back in the cage. She was like being a little aggressive. I'm like, Nova, chill out. Shades, chill out, chill out. So when I try to go put in a cage, I put in a cage, and when I'm going to latch the cage together, she pushed on the cage, jump out, and almost bit me. I caught her, and I threw her back in the cage. I closed the cage, and she started going crazy on the cage. So at that moment, I knew when I was talking to my guy that this is not a good temperament dog, and your dog in no way should be trying to bite you, right? Especially to try to get at another dog. So unfortunately, I had to get rid of her. Um, like I said, she already had flaws. She had two flaws. She didn't have no paperwork. Already on top of that, she was a good dog on top of running these two dogs in, right? So what I did was I got rid of her. The person I got rid of her to, I told him that I think it's best if because before we had the other two females come, she was great. So I told him, I was like, I think it's best, if she's in the house by herself. I don't know how she acts around male dogs, but around female dogs, she's not tolerating it. And everything like that. He seemed like he was a pretty good guy. He seemed like he was still interested in her. He still wanted to come and get her. He was telling me that he don't have no other female dogs. I'm like, okay, as long as she can go to a good, nice home where somebody can love on her, just don't put no females around her, and you should be okay. I did tell him about the situation where she tried to lunge at me. He said he was used to dealing with dogs, and that was just probably because she was overstimulated about the whole little situation. I'm like, yeah, but I'm just letting you know. He's like, okay, that's fine. Sold her. Now I have Shelby and Big Mama. Um, by the time I drop this video, y'all should see my latest video, which should be the video of the new female I just got, which is um Takari. Uh, just got her. She's a nice, wonderful female, nice, short, compact female. And me starting off in the bully game, I just want to make sure that I at least have three females minimum. If y'all been watching and staying into my channel, y'all know that I have another blue merle, blue tri-merle male on the way to the camp. So my vision was to start off with three females, three nice quality females, one quality male, and of course, he's a pup, so he won't be able to breed no time soon. So for my 3 females that I have now, which is a little bit older than him, I would have to step out my camp, and because I'm still building my camp, I have to step out my camp and find nice quality males that fit my dogs, because my females is nice quality females, and I feel like if I match them with nice quality males, I can have some nice pups, right? So I don't want to just be doing breedings just to be doing breedings. I want to make sure that my breedings are meaningful into what I'm trying to incorporate into my camp. Um, all of my females is different in a way, but they all definitely scream American Pocket Bully, and that's what I like the most. My female Big Mama, I'm gonna make sure I show her first. She have features of a male, so I feel like if I take Big Mama to an extreme male, that I would definitely have an extreme litter, because when you see her, and I don't know if it's just in person or if y'all see it on the camera, but when you see her, she look like a male dog. She got a nice chest, nice head, muzzle not too smashed in, big bone. That's why her name is Big Mama, because she's a big dog, right? And then I have Shelby. Shelby muzzle is kind of pushed in. She's a little bit littler, far as bone, but she's definitely muscled up. Her muscle tone is crazy. Um, when it comes to her, I would just like a little bigger head, but other than that, she's perfect. Takari, I show her. Um, she's a nice compact female. She's the shortest female that I have right now at the camp. She's a nice female, nice quality female. Um, and I see some amazing things happening at Johnson Bloodline Bullies with her. Uh, I'm not trying to get into the micros or the nanos, so she's I think she's just around 13 or 14 inches. Like I said, I just got her, so I have to, do all of that. But if I'm not mistaken, the guy that I got her from says she's around 13 or 14 inches. But like I said, I have to verify that myself. Uh, and by the time I drop this video, y'all should see her. Y'all should, you know, you know, yeah, y'all can see her for yourself. And I'm also make sure I put a picture up here of her so y'all can see her for yourself. So in this game, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm breeding quality females. You know, um, I mean not quality female. I'm trying to breed quality pups. For whatever my consumers or people that's interested into Johnson Bloodline Bully Camp, uh, whatever y'all like. Now, I always see breeders always go for one type of look, and when it come down to the American pocket bullies, I like a couple different type of looks. Like I like Big Mama look on the extreme side, and I like Shelby look, and I also like the Kari look, the short, nice, compact. So I just want to match my dogs up with the best stud that I can find for them, and then if I find a blood type and look that I like, that I feel like I should base my camp around, then that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to just do scattered breedings, as they say, or random breedings to just be breeding just to make sure that I'm putting the litter out there. I want to make sure that I'm actually putting together some nice quality breedings together here at Johnson Bloodline Bullies. My camp is definitely family based, family oriented. Um, nice temperament, nice quality, nice structure. Making sure that I'm not like the average breeder. The average breeder that y'all usually see on here, they got the dogs in the backyard that want to make the video, and you see the background of the video, and the dog always got poop in the cage, or the dog look like he's not being taken care of, or the dog is very antisocial. No, I like to take my dogs out, and I like to have my dogs experience things that most dog breeders' dogs don't experience. Like if y'all watch, or if y'all in tune with my Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok accounts, which is all the same, Johnson Bloodline Bullies. You will see that I just had the dogs at the waterfalls, take them out. The parks, take them out. Like to go on walks. Atlanta, the Beltline out here in Atlanta. just be had them let them be sociable and socialize with other dogs, other people. Um, let them see things, hear things that they probably want to hear if they were just stuck in the backyard somewhere. So it's all about making the breed better, and not only making the breed better, but actually taking care of my dogs that I have here. Not just feeding them and picking up the food and giving them water. Taking care of them where they're living a better life than most of these other breeder dogs. And you will never see at Johnson Bloodline Bullies, not to bash nobody or put anybody, to make it seem like I'm tooting my own horn or better than the next breeder, but you will never see me have an outside camp. My dogs will always be inside this house. They in the garage. I'm in the garage, as you can see right now. I'm in my garage. But that's where they at. When during the day, I take them out. They running up and down the stairs in the kitchen, laying down in the kids' room, all that. They doing all of that. And I can show you footage of that as well. But back to what I was saying. So I have another blue Trimeral male on the way to the camp. I'm looking for a stud right now. I have two studs for that I'm really interested in for Big Mama and for Shelby. And like I said, the one for Big Mama, he's the extreme male, and the one for Shelby is actually the guy that I was speaking about that actually um informed me about everything about the bully game that I need to know. I'm looking still around for a stud for Takari. Now, August 29th, if I'm not mistaken, is the ABKC dog show in Columbus, Georgia. Definitely be there if you're in the bully fam, and definitely if you're in Georgia area. Definitely be there. It should be a nice show, and I am going not to bring my dogs because, like I said, I'm new to this. I'm going there to experience the dog shows because, of course, I want to take my dogs out and have them in the shows and stack them up with other dogs. Of course, if you're a breeder, you should want to do that to make sure that you is on level with your competition that you got out there. So I'm going there not to show my dogs, but to see if what I have in my camp is quality females, which I'm pretty sure they are, and to see if I can find a stud for Takari. Now the male I come in, he's a pup, so he won't be able to breed to him for at least another year. So he won't be used until next year. So, and I'm okay with that. Big Mama is turning 3. Shelby is 2, and then I have Takari. She's 1 year old and 3 months. So that's what I have right now. So Takari probably get bred like the beginning of next year, whenever that comes, around like the 2.5 ish, something like that mark. I mean 1.5 ish mark. Definitely Big Mama and Shelby, they ready to get bred. So that would definitely be something that I'd be doing. If you're interested in my females, um, let me know. I'm not a scary guy. I'm an ordinary guy. Um, and yeah, y'all, that's just my introduction into the bully game, into the bully world, and that's how I started off. I started off with two females that I had that had no paperwork. One was nice, and one had two major flaws. So that's how I started off. That's my story. And only thing you could do is when you learn better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. So now that I know and I have knowledge of what the standard American pocket bully is, I will make sure that I don't make the same mistake twice. I did make it twice, 3 times, because the first time I didn't have paperwork, but she was a nice female, and then the second time I didn't have no paperwork and she had two major flaws. So just making sure I'm not, you know, um, making the same mistake twice. I mean, 3 times now, and making sure that everything that have Johnson Bloodline Bullies name attached to it, that is quality females, quality on the mom side and quality on the dad side. I'm not just trying to breed just to put breeding together. I want to make sure that the breeding that I'm putting together is very precise and well thought through. Um, and yeah, that's where I'm at right now with the bully game. You know, I'm just still starting off. Um, there's a lot of money to get into this game. If you're a breed out there, you want to get into this game, I say at least have $10,000 to $12,000 put up. That's just starting off. That's just getting your dog. That's not talking about food. That's not talking about vet. That's not talking about um, anything that might come up that they might need. Right now, my girl Takari that I had got that I purchased, she have a skin issue right now. I have to figure that out. I paid a nice penny for her on top of me having to fix a skin issue. Because at the end of the day, you gotta understand that not all breeders feel the way that I feel about the dog. So if I was to say your dog, my dog would never come to you with skin issues or antisocial or uh, fidgety or nothing like that, because I'm making sure that first I'm spending quality time with these dogs, and I'm putting these dogs in environments where they won't be scared of the regular norm things, and also that I'm not I'm not sending these dogs to a home or these pups to a home where their skin is messed up. I'm not doing that because I'm on top of my game. I'm on top of everything I'm doing with the dogs. Not because about the money, because it's actually I have a love for the breed of dog. So I feel like when you have a love for the breed of dog, it will always be better than just the average breeder, because the average breeder is just in it for the money. When you actually have a love for the dog, is a is a is a different type of care that you give your dog. And that's what I feel like is most important, the care of the dog, right? So now that I have and I know what I have and what I want and my vision for what I see for Johnson Bloodline Bullies, only thing I have to do is execute that and just take care of the dog. That's all you got to do. Execute your plan and take care of your dog. If you do that, I feel like you'll succeed. And most importantly, love your dogs. Love your dogs. If you don't love your dogs, there's no point in you having dogs. Go find something else. Find a fish, a lizard, a cat, find something else. But if you have dogs, they are maintenance. They need maintenance done on them. They need love. They need care, because if you don't show them what they need, is gonna show. And over here, I just don't want that type of stigma or that, he's just another breeder thing attached to Johnson Bloodline Bullies. Because I'm not only doing this because I love the dogs, I'm doing this because my kids and my family love these dogs as well. It's not just me. When you see my videos, you see all of us in it together, because this is something that we love to do as a family. So I am definitely a family-based breeder that love my dog, love my family, and that's gonna do anything that I have to do in this breed as I'm going through this journey to make sure that everything that I do is to make sure that I know now, instead of just moving to being naive to everything, know what I'm doing, and not only know what I'm doing, but taking care of my dogs, showing them love constantly every day. So yeah, that's where we at right now. That's how I started and got into breeding American Pocket Bullies. Um, we don't know everything, and I'm not the type of guy that's scared for constructive criticism. I'm okay with that. I don't got my horns tooted up, thinking I'm the best, being so prideful. No, I like to learn. I like to know new things. And if y'all out there and you feel like it's something that you could teach me or tell me that you feel like I may need to know, please reach out and let me know. I don't have no problem with, having a conversation with somebody about um, something that I feel like is informal to American Pocket Bullies. That's what I'm into, American Pocket Bullies. Shouts out to everybody out there got the standard classics, XLs. I don't really like the micros, but shout out to you if you like them. But me, I'm strictly American Pocket Bullies. That's what I stand by. That's what I'm gonna continue to do. I'm new at this, but I promise you I'm ambitious. I promise you you're gonna see something great out of Johnson Bloodline Bullies. You're gonna see me at the shows. Like I said, August 29th, if I'm not mistaken, Columbus, Georgia. We in the building. We'll be there. Let me see the Bulls. Bring the Bulls out. Looking for stuff for Takari. Post another picture up here. So if you got his stuff for, let me know. He need to be short, compact, American Pocket Bully. Okay? Get at me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate y'all. To the next video. I'll see y'all later.